So I think we can all agree we all wanted a watch from Google for probably years now, and they're finally giving us what we want. It's not really a huge surprise here considering Google bought Fitbit a little over a year ago or so. And to be honest, I was sort of expecting Google to release something that looked more like, well, a Fitbit Versa or Sense, you know, something like that. But I guess that would probably cut into the Fitbit sales, and I'm guessing they're wanting to keep Fitbit still as its own separate thing. The design is round with a little thicker bezels than expected, but still looks really good in my opinion. I really like how everything looks as far as what they showed during their event last week. Although, I don't know, is it me or do you guys feel like it looks a little small on the wrist? I feel like my other round watches I've used from Samsung, Motorola, and OnePlus look a little bit larger. Interesting how they have the digital crown on the side, similar to an Apple Watch, but after thinking about it, if they didn't have that, it would sort of just look like every other round Wear OS or fitness watch out there. I think they wanted this one to be easily recognizable as soon as you see it. Now, Google mentioned this is going to work with the Fitbit app, which seems a little bit confusing to me. I mean, this watch is not going to be called a Fitbit. I don't even think most people know that Google has bought Fitbit recently. Maybe they're thinking that's going to be a lot easier than try to improve their Google Fit app. I mean, if it's going to have most of the health tracking features that you would get with a Fitbit, plus it's going to have all the Google services, I feel like that's a pretty good start for your first watch. According to some leaks on Twitter, they've partnered with Samsung and they're actually using the same sensors as the Galaxy Watch. It's also going to have Wear OS 3.1, and there's going to be 2 sizes, at least 4 colors for the watch bands. And it's going to be a limited release, priced between $300 and $400, which actually sounds about right if I had to guess. I know some people are speculating that the chip used in this is already a little outdated, which I could see why that would concern people. If true though, I would expect the price to be a little closer to $250, or at least I would hope $300 would be the max. But one thing you have to remember with Google, I mean, just look at their phones. They've never been the most powerful ones out there compared to Samsung, Apple, but they always have something that makes them feel a little more special, like either the software, the cameras. I almost feel like they've got to have some stuff that's going to make this watch feel a little more special than some of the competition. They're also saying you're going to be able to control your Nest home devices right from your wrist, so it's going to work with Google Home, and of course you'll be able to use the Google Assistant, Google Maps, Google Wallet. You can get answers, make calls, send messages, pay, control your home right from your Pixel Watch. And as far as the integration with Fitbit, you're going to have fitness tracking with active zone minutes, stats, progress, personal fitness goals, continuous heart rate tracking, sleep tracking, and more. I'm just hoping that's not going to be a subscription-based service. But again, this is Fitbit and this is Google. So yeah. Now, will there be some growing pains? Sure, I think with any new product that's the first generation, there's always going to be some things that they've got to iron out. Usually things get better though with each version after. But for some odd reason, I really feel like this first watch is going to be really good. Maybe it's the fact that they're learning from Fitbit or teaming up with Samsung. Maybe I'm just hoping it's going to be as good or better than my Galaxy Watch 4, which is probably the best watch that I've used so far. One thing I wish, but probably won't happen, because it's running Wear OS, is to have Fitbit-like battery life. I mean, even 3 or 4 days would be pretty nice in my opinion. I'm sure it's been taking so long to make this watch because they wanted to wait until they bought Fitbit, and with all the shortages around the world lately. But so far, everything sounds pretty good to me, mainly because I'm always looking to try different watches. But unfortunately, now we have to wait 4 or 5 months to actually order it. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fitbit Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.